there everyone, how are we all? Hope you're all doing well. Pixelbox doing some hacking, but as always keeping it bloody legal. And geez, what a week I have had, and it's not even over yet. Today's the last day. As you know, I run Dark Arts Lockpicking, Australia's largest non-destructive entry and cyber business, or YouTube channel and business. So I do a bit of locksmith work and all that stuff, and run all the other business stuff and doing products, blah, blah, blah. But I also work as a personal carer for a large aged care facility, and I applied for a second job there as a casual maintenance officer that they put out, and I got the role. So now I'm doing both maintenance and caring, and it's been flat out doing both. I'm literally there now 5 days a week. In the mornings when I'm doing caring, because I will do afternoon shift as a carer. So in the mornings I run the business and do all this stuff, and then afternoons I go to work, and then maintenance I do days. So yeah, but then my first shift as maintenance last Friday, just to learn, see how it all went, the orientation day kind of thing, and then paired up with the maintenance officer, the main guy, Monday and Tuesday, and followed him around, see how he does things, and learn tips and tricks and stuff like that on some of the equipment. And then he's off on holiday, so I replaced him yesterday, and it's been flat out. So I was absolutely flat out yesterday, did not stop. And I think just before I'm get ready to knock off, I get a phone call that a mirror had fallen down, smashed the tap, and then I had to go and replace all the tap. So that was fun. No one was injured, it was all good. No one was there at the time. They walked in afterwards and noticed it. So, yeah, it was flat out. But today I get to bring you, as you can see by the awesome thumbnail, because I like to give things away in that, we have a great little product to review for you today. They were kindly sent in by Multipick. And I'm talking about the complete EPG Multipick Kronos set. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. And don't forget, at the end of this video, or somewhere around the end, you'll have to watch it to stay tuned to find out. So I might throw it in the middle, who knows? We'll be giving away the Multipick 14-piece beginner set that I reviewed last week. This is we've done the draw, got the name, it's all ready to go, so you'll have to wait and see who is the winner. Could be you, who knows? So, Multipick Complete EPG Kronos. And don't forget, the code word to win that was I want a Multipick. Because, I mean, come on, who doesn't want a Multipick? So, the Multipick Kronos, this is the complete EPG kit designed more towards locksmiths and non-destructive entry specialists, pen testers. So, what do you get in this kit? Well, we're going to have a look at this, because this is just jam-packed and absolutely fantastic. First of all, this plastic case to keep everything in is really, really nice. I actually like it because you can fit a lot of stuff into this case. Now, inside of the case, if you're like me and you have OCD, just a little bit of OCD where all my coffee cups have to have the handles in a certain direction. Yeah, I'm that bad. This will just be so satisfying, it's not funny. So you open up the case, and I've actually got one of the tension wrenches out because I've been playing with it, so I've got to put that back in. And everything just has its place. It is all cut out, this nice high density foam, and everything is just organised and neat and tidy and beautiful. So, first of all, I'll throw that back in there. We have a little USB power pack. This is a European style pin, so if you're going to use this, you'll have to get an adapter to where you are if you're not in Europe. But luckily it's a USB, so I can run it off of the cigarette port in my car because I have a USB plug plugged into that. Or I can run it off my power packs in the back of the car that I use to run all my machinery. Because I can run USBs off them as well. and that used the USB to charge the batteries. So everything is nicely laid out, has its own little spot, and it's just beautifully presented. And at least you're not rumbling through stuff to try and find things. It's all just here right in front of you. So first of all, we're going to cover that. But now we're going to have a look in this nice little plastic case just at the front here. I'll move everything out of the way. So in this little case here, you get a USB cable. This is USB-C. I'm starting to get a bit over the micro USB. I don't mind C. C is pretty good. I haven't had any problems with that yet. So you get one of them, a charger for your batteries. You get two, because one of them is actually in the Kronos, two 18650 batteries. This says 2,900 milliamp hours. I've used the other one in there quite a bit, and it hasn't worn out just yet. Good thing about these as well is they last a long. They hold their charge for a very, very long time. So you can have this charged up in the back of your vehicle, and forget about it. You don't have to worry about, oh, is the battery's going to go flat? Do I have to, top them up? Other good thing is you get two batteries with this. So if you do go flat, one of your batteries goes flat when you're out on a job, then you have another one that you can keep charged, and then you can use this one while you charge the other one. So it's good to have two batteries on hand. You get two bottom of the keyway tensioners, a small and a large that goes down to a small. These are both straight rigids, which I kind of like. You get a spare plate and screw to hold, well, it holds your needle in on the Multipick gun. So that you get a spare one in case you lose the one that you have on there. And of course an Allen key to tighten up and put your needles on. You get two containers of needles. These are the same thickness as their picks, the 0.6 millimeters thickness. You get one that is longer than the rest. As you can see just here, we've got one needle that is much longer than the other needles. This is in case you have a lock that's set right back in. There's a cover around it and you need to get into it, or there's something obstructing you being able to get right into that lock. So you get a nice extra long needle for those reasons, which is nice to see. You also, one that I kind of dig is a half diamond. You don't usually see a half diamond in electric pick needles. So that is a cool little addition to it. But you get two packs of needles, and I've been using the other one. It is beat up, but it hasn't broken yet. You get a flat-headed screwdriver. Now, they don't cheap out. They really don't cheap out. This is a wearer. These are not a cheap screwdriver. They are very, very high quality screwdriver. So you get a nice one of them. This is a 2.5 flat-headed screwdriver. Very, very nicely done. And that's everything that's in this little plastic case just here. So it keeps everything organised. That's what I like. I like organisation. I like things to be labelled and everything like that. So you can keep, and there's plenty of room to keep more stuff in there if need be. You also get, I'm going to use the bottom keyway tensioner afterwards. You also get a tubular tensioner or tension wheel. So and spare little prongs. So if you accidentally break the bottom needles, tensioners, you get other ones here. They also got slightly different styles, well, slightly different thicknesses. So open this and try not to lose any. If I can. I'll break my fingernails and can't quite, come on. There we go, come on. So you get, when I say slightly different style, some of them are just your straight, flat tips, and this one's got a narrowed tip on it, a little pointy tip. So you get some spare ones to replace the bottom needle if you happen to break it. But how this works, put it into the lock. It adds nice even pressure to the top and the bottom of your lock. And then you just turn the wheel gently to allow you the tension and control. Pretty good tension on that core. It is spring loaded, so if you turn even more tension, the more you turn, the more pressure that is put onto that core. And when you manage to pick it, it will automatically just go ting and spin slightly to get it open because of the amount of tension. Like, you can really kind of crank down on these and it will spin that. As soon as that core's picked, it will open. I've found anyway. So you get one of them. Now, if you pick your lock, sometimes it's easier to pick in one direction than the other. So you can't pick the lock in the rotation, the direction to open the lock. You've tried, it doesn't want to open, that want to pick to the open direction, but you can pick easily in the opposite direction. Well, how are you going to turn now the core that's facing the opposite direction to the direction to open, if that makes sense? Well, you need a plug spinner, and in this kit, Multipick includes their Flip It plug spinner. This thing is beautifully done. It really is. I've got two other plug spinners. Another Multipick one, and I've also got a Chinese one. A Huck, I believe it is. I like this one. This one, it's easy and it's laid out for you. It's idiot proof. If you want to spin the core to the right, it has on here, spin to the right. So you turn your plug and it locks in. You turn the bottom piece, lock it into the R, press the big red button on the back, and she spins to the right. Let's want to spin the lock to the left to open. Well, we turn it around, lock it in to the L, the left, press the button, she spins to the left. You got nice, comfortable grip with these little plastic O-rings. The design on here, you can get a good positive grip on here because it takes a little bit of force because of that spring tension that's in here to be able to turn it. But this thing just works really, really nicely. Very high quality plug spinner and very easy to use. The other ones I've used in the past, they don't really have clear which way to spin, whereas this tells you left or right. That's the way that you turn it to. They think of everything. Now, the piece of resistance. The Multipick Kronos. This is a beautiful electric pick gun. I have used this quite a bit. You can tell by the beating that these needles, this needle was copped. And I haven't had any problems with this one. One thing I have found compared to my other electric pick gun is it's a bit quieter. It sounds a little bit quieter than the other ones I've used. Very nice, comfortable, ergonomic grip. We have these little plastic O-rings put into here, so you can get a nice, good grip on the electric pick gun. If your hands are cold or wet, or you're wearing gloves, you get a nice little grip. She is very, very shiny. It has the Kronos written on the top here, along with their little logo crown coat of arms. We have our throwing arm with our needle just here, so you can see where that little plate that you get the spare of and the screw goes into. We have the adjuster to adjust the amount of throw on that needle, how far it bounces up and down, which I have tightened that up quite a bit because it has quite a bit of throw on this one. Quite a bit of throw. Now, in Europe, they installed the locks with the pins facing downwards. So you'd have the logo and everything pointing up to the top, and you press the buttons on the top, and the needle spins downwards. But here in Australia and over in the US, most places like that, the locks have the pins point upwards. So you need to turn this upside down, and the button will be on the bottom, little power button just here, and the needle will go upwards. Now, this thing, when she works fast. It is a beautiful pick gun, very high powered pick. Now, I've noticed that when I've got it stuck in the lock a bit and I'm hitting the warding, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it, she still performs. She doesn't stop. She still tries to move and still put some power behind it. So you can actually beat up these needles quite a bit, which I have accidentally done. So it's got quite a bit of force behind that needle. I've got some locks here, like I used for the last pick gun review. And I'm going to stick the bottom of the keyway tensioner in here, add light tension, and we're going to give this thing a spin and show you how well it actually works. So I'm going to put my needle in, line it up with those pins, and we have an open just like that. And we'll do the same thing on this bottom one here, which is unlocked. Let's lock it up just to show you. So it's locked now. Add our tensioner in. Give this a little I believe that was picked. There we go. And just that fast, we have both locks open. This thing is a power horse. It just powers through these locks. Super powerful motor in this Kronos. I have not had any problems with this at all. Now, this complete EPG kit is designed more for locksmiths than Locksporters by everything that's in here, and non-destructive entry personnel, pen testers, and the people like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a Locksporter, it's a lot of fun to play with electric pick guns and to see how they work and see how many locks you can get open with them. But a kit like this is designed more with locksmiths in mind. Now that I have that top lock picked in the one direction, not like the band, or group I should say, not a band. Let's say we want to turn this core now to the other side in order to open the lock. Well, how are we going to do that? We can adjust our core like this so that it's near the top, not quite shut again. I'm just using my fingernail. We'll turn it just a little bit more like that. Now pins are up here and our core's facing just off to the side. So how are we going to turn it past all the driver pins without the pins dropping down into the chambers, locking the lock up again? Well, that's where this plug spinner comes in handy. So we want to turn that to the left. So how are we going to do it? That has an arrow pointing to the left. Well, we're going to turn our two pieces around, lock them into the left position, like that. I'm going to put him into our lock. So nice in the middle of our core. And I'm going to press the button. And she is now spun that fast over to the left so that the key pins or the driver pins don't drop down into those chambers and lock it up. You need a nice fast action, and this thing does not disappoint. It gives you that quick snap to go past the driver pins with that core. Now the lock will open because it's in the right direction to open it. So there we go, the Multipick Kronos Complete EPG set. So price. Well, this bad boy comes in, I'm just going to lock this up, get this out of the way. This beautiful, beautiful bad boy comes in at $399.12. That's the net. That's without the VAT tax if you're over in Europe. With the VAT tax, you're looking at €474.95. To convert the price without the VAT tax for Australian dollars, so if you wanted to order this and get it over here to Australia, not including the shipping and stuff like that, but to buy this, purchase this, you're looking at $653.12 Australian for this kit. Now, you get a hell of a lot in this kit for that price. And the power that this gun puts out, and how much success I've had with this gun, it is definitely bloody worth it. I can tell you that now. So, head over to Multipick, use our 10% discount code that is still running to the end of the year, as I keep telling people, MPYTDALP23, all caps, get 10% off Multipick's store off your order. 10% is a great bloody little discount to get. So, now, the winner of the Multipick beginner set, where the code word was I want a Multipick, because I mean, come on again, who doesn't want a Multipick? They are very high quality. The very lucky winner, which through the YouTube random comment selector, is Dave, and I hope I'm going to pronounce this right, if not, I spoke myself, Dave Dylan Hunt. There will be a photo down here of the draw winner. They use the code word I want a Multipick. So congratulations, Dave. Send us an email, darkartslockpicking@gmail.com, and give us your address within a week. If you don't respond within a week, then I will draw the winner again, and another person will, same thing. So if you don't respond within a week, you know, it's a bit unfair kind of thing, so I will do a redraw again. It was in the rules of the last video. But anyway, if you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget, comment down below what you think of the Multipick Kronos. Have you got one? Have you used one? Would you purchase one? What are your thoughts? Put them in the comments down below. And remember, there's going to be heaps more giveaways coming up, so stay tuned for them. So hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out when we do the giveaways. And as always, keep it bloody legal. Till next time, cheers guys.